post-capital occupation, how are they being perceived? Well, folks, I'm pleased to report either people aren't paying attention to them or they don't care about what's happening with the protests, or they're annoyed at the protests. And when I mean protests, I'm talking about anarchist protests that are allegedly spontaneously popping up across the country, at Wall Street, in Chicago, in various other cities. Of course, Madison is one of those cities. So how is protest life playing during football season? Epic fail, as the kids would say. Let's start out, though, with Protest Nation here. It was Protest City, then it was Protest State, then it was Protest Square Block Area, then it expanded again to Protest City, then Protest World. Now we're back to Protest City and Protest Football Game. I know. Try to follow the bouncing ball here. We had a protest fly over Camp Randall Stadium during the Badger game. Recall Scott Walker. Reaction? In Madison, people irritated that their Badger football game got interrupted by politics. Thousands of people protesting in New York City think they're going to be able to take over the Brooklyn Bridge. How'd that go over? People driving the Brooklyn Bridge annoyed, irritated, cheering on the New York City Police Department as they threw nets around 700 people and prepared for arrests. Same thing happened in Chicago. This anarchist, it's attempting to have an anarchist twist to it, but really what this is the hard left of the Democrat Party with assistance from the American Federation of Teachers, the AFL-CIO, various other big labor organizations, plus leftist organizations, various orgs funded by George Soros who have tangential ties to George Soros, attempting to give off the impression here in the United States that we're experiencing an Arab Spring. They're calling it the American Autumn or the American Fall. They believe that what they can do in the United States to capitalism is similar to what happened in Tahrir Square in Egypt. But it's not working. People are irritated. You see, we weren't living in a condition where we were experiencing some sort of brutal tyranny at the hands of the lending industry or at the hands of the retail sales clerks or at the hands of other types of capitalist endeavors. In this country, people do not want to see their access to wealth be taken away in the name of shame, 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 or some other five-lettered bumper sticker ideology. They just don't want it. They just don't care. Most people just want to watch a football game. And that makes me feel a lot more optimistic about the future of America. If you can't disrupt football season, well, I'm sorry, hippies. You fail. Now, I mean, I live neck deep in it. Every second or third car I see has got a Recall Walker bumper sticker on it. Every third house I drive by has got a Recall Walker yard sign. But I got to tell you what, even here in the belly of the beast, it's almost just fashion at this point to slap one of these, unthinking slogans on a sign or on your car. You're supposed to have that sticker on your car. You're supposed to have that sign in your yard. The enthusiasm that even the left in Madison has for the never-ending occupation-style protest that you have seen the American left try to replicate on Wall Street, try to replicate in Chicago, try to replicate around the country, even the hardened hippies in the city of Madison would rather talk about the Packers, would rather talk about the Brewers winning, would rather talk about the Badgers. I think the enthusiasm level for this is just simply, I think in America now, because we digest things intensely for a period of time, but then when we're done digesting something intensely for a period of time, we just simply set it aside. We're just done with it. We've burned the fad. We're tired of it. Ask yourself this question, even if you're a Democrat, what would I rather talk about today with people in the office? Would I rather talk about the Packers just destroying Denver? Or would I rather talk about Scott Ross and One Wisconsin Now flying his little recall Walker sign over a Badger game that nobody even appreciated? Even Democrats, I think, have had it. The Democrats